The movie opens with a young couple, Ian and his girlfriend Sam, who are embarking on a romantic getaway to celebrate the new year. Excited for their adventure, the couple sets off on their journey, filled with anticipation for the celebrations ahead. Their first stop is at a hotel along the way, where they plan to pick up some essentials for their trip. It's here that an unsettling incident occurs. As Sam steps out of the car, she is startled by a dog barking aggressively from a nearby truck. This unexpected encounter leaves Sam feeling uneasy, and Ian, focused on navigating, finds himself puzzled by the map, unable to decipher their route. At this moment, German, the truck's owner, makes his appearance. Noticing Ian's confusion, German approaches them. Ian, seizing the opportunity, asks for directions to a local waterfall, a spot they had in mind for their camping adventure. However, German suggests an alternative destination, Stone Creek. He assures them that Stone Creek is an excellent spot for camping, piquing their interest. Deciding to trust German's recommendation, Ian and Sam head towards Stone Creek. As they drive, Ian notices something disconcerting. German is following them in his truck. This observation distracts Ian, nearly leading to a car accident, but he manages to maintain control of the vehicle. Relief washes over him when he sees that German has overtaken them, leading Ian to believe his worries were unfounded. Upon reaching the camping site, Ian and Sam are met with a creepy sight, an abandoned car parked at the location. Despite the odd and somewhat unsettling presence of the car, the couple decides to overlook it. They venture a bit further and set up their camp, ready to enjoy their time together in the wilderness. The tension begins to build as Ian and Sam, the young couple on their camping trip, notice another campsite nearby. They assume that the occupants of this other camp must have ventured out, perhaps exploring the surrounding area. This discovery doesn't seem to alarm them much, and they proceed with setting up their own camp. After erecting their tent, Ian goes out to gather wood for their bonfire. During his search, he stumbles upon a small child's hat. The discovery of such a personal item, especially one belonging to a very young child, confuses Ian. However, unsure of what to make of it and finding no immediate explanation, he decides to ignore it and returns to their campsite. Meanwhile, the movie introduces German and his brother Chuck, who are depicted in a disturbing light. They are seen leering at a girl, their intentions clearly inappropriate. The brothers then head to a bar to celebrate New Year's Eve. While there, they socialize with some girls, but the situation takes a darker turn. Chuck, while conversing with a girl, secretly takes photos of her with his phone. German notices this and is visibly displeased. In the washroom, he confronts Chuck, snatches the phone away, and smashes it on the ground. He warns Chuck against such behavior, revealing that similar actions had previously landed him in jail for many years. As the New Year countdown ends, the scene at the bar escalates. Chuck, growing more aggressive, starts forcing himself on a girl. His advances are met with resistance and disgust, and the girl leaves after verbally abusing him for his behavior. Back at the forest, the plot thickens. Late at night, Ian steps out of his tent to use the toilet and hears noises coming from the nearby tent. Curious, he investigates and discovers that pigs are rummaging through the food left in the other tent. This unsettling scene raises more questions about the whereabouts of the other campers. Ian's concern grows when he checks his car and finds that one of its tires has been punctured. Soon after, the narrative takes a dramatic turn the following morning. Ian sets about changing the tire of his car, as they plan to return home that day. Meanwhile, Sam is busy packing their belongings. During this time, a startling and unexpected event occurs. A little girl, unseen by Sam, starts running after her. The girl, in her haste, falls to the ground. Later, as Sam returns to the tent to gather the remaining items, she makes a shocking discovery. She finds the little girl, who had been chasing her earlier, lying unconscious near the tent. The girl appears weak and malnourished, as if she hasn't eaten for days. Alarmed by this discovery, Sam urgently calls for Ian. Responding quickly, Ian sends Sam to fetch a medical kit while he attends to the girl. The couple then tenderly cares for her, showing great compassion in their efforts to help. Realizing they need to get the girl to safety, Sam and Ian attempt to leave in their car, only to find it broken down. Ian decides to use a nearby parked car instead. It's at this moment that Chuck arrives in a car, having left a note for German saying, "Gone hunting." German, upon reading the note, decides to leave as well, suspecting that Chuck's actions might lead to trouble. Ian and Sam approach Chuck for help, informing him about the little girl they've found. Chuck, visibly unsettled by the sight of the girl, claims to have seen her family heading towards Stone Creek. He offers to accompany Ian to search for the girl's family, leaving Sam in the car with the child. As they set off, Chuck retrieves a gun from his car, revealing that he is a hunter. The two men head to Stone Creek, but upon arrival, they are confronted with a horrifying sight: several dead bodies strewn across the area. This gruesome discovery deeply shakes Ian. The plot then shifts perspective, taking us back 3 days. It introduces another family, consisting of Rob and Marg and their 2 children, a teenage girl, Em, and a young toddler, Ollie. Ollie is the same girl who had been following Sam. Like Sam and Ian, this family had also come to the area for a camping trip. The film then introduces Em, a member of the family camping alongside Sam and Ian. The scene captures a seemingly ordinary day at the campsite. Em is busy taking photographs of herself, while her father, Rob, is cooking food for the family. As night falls, everyone gathers around the bonfire for dinner, enjoying the serene outdoor setting. During their conversation by the bonfire, Rob decides to share a piece of local lore with his family. He tells them about Stone Creek, a nearby place rumored to be dangerous. According to Rob, some people allegedly take tourists hostage, rob them, and then kill them. This story unnerves Em, and she becomes visibly anxious. Realizing his daughter's distress, Rob quickly reassures her that he was only joking, trying to lighten the mood. After spending a fun-filled evening together, the family retires to sleep. The next day, Rob and Marg, along with their youngest child Ollie, decide to go trekking in the nearby area. Before leaving, they take a moment to capture the happy occasion with a family photo. Em, not fond of trekking, chooses to stay behind at the campsite. Alone and occupied with her phone, Em soon becomes aware of strange noises emerging from the bushes behind her. The unsettling sounds alarm her, and she seeks refuge by sleeping in the car for safety. However, the peace of the campsite is soon shattered by the arrival of 2 menacing figures, German and Chuck, driving a truck. Accompanying them is a ferocious dog, confined in a cage. Chuck steps out of the truck and starts inspecting the car where Em is hiding. Both men fixate on Em with a disturbing and ominous gaze. German encourages Chuck to harm the girl, but Chuck hesitates, reminding German of his past jail time for similar offenses. German, undeterred, goes to check Em's tent but finds it empty. Chuck, however, remains fixated on Em. He knocks on the car window, startling her awake. A terrified Em sees Chuck and instinctively refuses to leave the safety of the car, despite his demands. In a harrowing turn of events, Chuck's aggressive behavior escalates when Em refuses to exit the car. Growing increasingly forceful, he demands that she comes out, prompting Em to frantically blow the car horn in a desperate bid for help. This sound alerts her parents, Rob and Marg, as well as German, who all rush towards the car to investigate the commotion. German arrives first and swiftly takes control of the situation. He forcefully removes Em from the car at gunpoint. Rob, arriving shortly after in an attempt to protect his daughter, is quickly overpowered by German and rendered unconscious with a single devastating punch. Meanwhile, Marg, in an effort to safeguard her youngest child, Ollie, leaves her hidden in the tent and races towards the car. She bravely confronts Chuck, but he overpowers her due to his greater strength. Em attempts to flee into the forest, but her escape is stopped by German, who corners her with his gun. In a series of horrifying and vile acts, German and Chuck subject Rob's family to unimaginable torment and abuse, all unfolding in front of the helpless Rob. During this ordeal, Chuck examines Em's phone and discovers a family photo that includes a little girl, Ollie. German and Chuck then interrogate Marg about Ollie's whereabouts, but she refuses to divulge any information. In a cruel and twisted game, German and Chuck place a can on Rob's head and take turns shooting at it. However, Rob's movements cause the can to fall, leading Chuck to ruthlessly shoot him in the head, killing him in front of his family. The The same sadistic game is then played with Marg, but when she repeatedly moves, German knocks her unconscious. As she lies defenseless, German practices his shooting skills. Mocked by Chuck for his poor aim, an enraged German shoots Marg in the chest and then callously kills M with a gunshot to the head. After committing these heinous crimes, German and Chuck proceed to the tent in search of Ollie. However, they find it empty, as Ollie had wandered into the forest in search of her parents. Unable to locate Ollie, the two men eventually return home, leaving behind a trail of devastation and sorrow. Ollie's absence from the tent becomes a critical element in this sequence. Her decision to leave the tent in search of her parents turns out to be a fortunate escape from the immediate danger posed by German and Chuck. However, her situation remains perilous as she is now alone in the forest, without the protection of her family. The plot then returns to the present timeline, where Chuck leads Ian to Stone Creek, the same location where he and German had earlier committed the heinous act of killing Ollie's family. As they arrive, Chuck is startled to discover that Marg's body is missing, which immediately alarms him. The absence of the body implies that Marg might still be alive, posing a risk of them being caught for their crimes. While searching the area, Chuck and Ian encounter Marg. Ian, in a bid to help, gets Marg tragically shot and killed by Chuck. Witnessing this brutal act, Ian is overwhelmed with fear, realizing the full extent of the violence Chuck and German are capable of. Chuck coldly confirms Ian's worst fears, admitting that they have murdered Ollie's family and intend to do the same to him, but not before subjecting him to torture. Meanwhile, Sam is with Ollie when a furious German approaches them. In a desperate attempt to protect themselves, Sam and Ollie take refuge in the car. However, German starts to break the car's glass to get to them. Thankfully, Ian had previously given Sam a knife, which she uses to injure German, allowing her to escape with Ollie. As Sam flees, German unleashes his dog to pursue her, but the chase takes an unexpected turn when the dog is distracted by a pig, giving Sam a crucial opportunity to escape. Elsewhere, Chuck, in a frenzied state, fires his gun wildly and accidentally shoots German, mistaking him for Ian. Ollie's crying draws Chuck's attention to Sam, and he begins to chase after her. After a short pursuit, Chuck captures Sam and drags her away. Ian, armed with German's gun, prepares to shoot Chuck but hides when he sees him approaching. Witnessing the scene unfold, Chuck is devastated by the sight of his injured brother German. Overwhelmed by Ollie's crying, Chuck violently separates Ollie from Sam and throws the child to the ground. In his pain, German begs Chuck for a merciful death. Initially, Chuck is reluctant, but he eventually gives in to his brother's pleas and, with great reluctance and sorrow, ends German's life. In a gripping continuation of the story, Chuck's reign of terror escalates as he takes Sam captive. He binds her at the same site where he had earlier ended the lives of Ollie's family. In a horrifying turn of events, Chuck begins to assault Sam, but his plans change abruptly, and he decides to take her away in a car instead. Meanwhile, Ian, who has survived the chaos, finds the keys to German's vehicle on his body. Determined to seek help, he drives to the police station, albeit leaving Ollie alone in the woods. Ian recounts the harrowing events to the police, leading to a quick mobilization of officers to locate Ollie, Chuck, and Sam. As Sam and Chuck are driving, Sam sees an opportunity to distract him. Her actions result in a car crash, as Chuck loses control and collides with a tree. Regaining consciousness after the accident, Sam finds herself still tied to the steering wheel, but Chuck is nowhere in sight. In a desperate attempt to signal for help, Sam turns on the car's headlights. This act catches the attention of a passing police car, bringing the officers to her location. Ian, meanwhile, is exiting the police vehicle when he is stopped by an officer who, along with other officers, advances towards the scene of the crash. However, their approach is met with violence as Chuck ambushes and kills all the responding police officers in a chaotic shootout. Amidst the gunfire, Ian is hit in the shoulder by a bullet, adding to the already intense situation. In a desperate move, Chuck then forces Ian and Sam at gunpoint into the car, instructing Sam to drive. As they drive, Sam inquires about Ollie's whereabouts. Ian, filled with regret, admits that he left Ollie behind in his haste to get help. The tension in the car escalates as Sam, determined to end this nightmare, suddenly increases the vehicle's speed. This action causes Chuck great discomfort, and in the high-speed chaos, the car overturns, rendering Ian unconscious. A fierce struggle ensues between Chuck and Sam. Seizing her opportunity, Sam grabs a large stone and, in a desperate bid for survival, repeatedly strikes Chuck until his skull shatters. This brutal act marks the end of Chuck's reign of terror. In the film's final scenes, both Sam and Ian are shown recovering in a hospital, highlighting the physical and emotional toll of their ordeal. We are left to ponder the fate of young Ollie, who was left alone in the woods. However, the plot provides a glimmer of hope as it reveals that German's dog is with Ollie, implying that the loyal animal will protect and care for her until help arrives. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.